Welcome back to President's Week. Today, we are reviewing the 3 presidents that we have talked about this week in honor of President's Week. First, we talked about the first president of the United States of America, Mr. George Washington. Not only was Washington the first president, he was also nicknamed the Founding Father because he kicked off the United States on the right path. He served 2 terms as president. And also, remember, we learned that Washington is the only president who did not live in the White House. When you go to the store to buy a snack and pay with cash or coins, you will see George Washington's face on the quarter and the $1 bill. Have you ever wondered where the name Washington, D.C. came from? Well, of course, it was named after the one and only first president, Mr. George Washington. Next, we have Mr. President Thomas Jefferson, who was our nation's 3rd president. Like Mr. Washington, Jefferson also served 2 terms as the Pres. Thomas Jefferson was also one of the signers of one of the most important documents in the U.S., the Declaration of Independence. Oddly enough, Jefferson was one of 2 people out of a total of whopping 56 people who signed the document, who then became president after they signed. We also learned that Jefferson helped expand the United States by purchasing a large amount of land from France, which is called, dun dun dun, the Louisiana Purchase. Jefferson can be seen out on the nickel and on the rare $2 bills. We also learned that Jefferson was a huge book lover. When the British set the Library of Congress on fire, Jefferson donated a few books to the library to help them rebuild. A few books, such as 6,000 books. Now that is a president who loved to read, but also wanted to help his community. Aww. At last, but not least, is Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln was our nation's 16th president, and unfortunately, he was assassinated a year into his 2nd term. Lincoln is known as the president who ended slavery. He issued the Emancipation Proclamation that helped end slavery in the Confederate States. Lincoln was sick of not having a proper way to help pay for things, so he designed a system that made all currency the same within the United States. About time. He said goodbye to mismatched money and bartering systems. Today, Mr. Lincoln's face is on his own currency system. Abe is on the penny and the $5 bill. Fun fact about Mr. Lincoln is that to this day, he was the tallest president that has been in office so far. He is 6 feet and 4 inches. That's very tall. And even taller is that he used to wear a stovepipe top hat that he used to hide secret papers in. It's almost as if he was a magician. How can you fit so many papers in his hat? Well, that is it for President's Week. We have learned about 3 out of 44 amazing presidents that have helped us turn our country around in tough times. And I will see you next week for when we learn about March Madness, where we will discuss historical events that have happened in the month of March.